evening. Oh, that's loud. My name is Richard Gretzinger, principal at James Williams Middle School. And it is my privilege to welcome you and provide the introduction for tonight's Music in Our Schools concert. Before explaining more about this special time of year, I'd like to explain a few reminders on the school facility and concert etiquette. I would ask that you check your personal electronic devices to ensure they are in a non-sounding mode. During the concert, if you need to leave your seat, please wait until after the students have completed a musical selection before moving. The restrooms are located down the hall to the right as you exit the back of the auditorium. March has been officially designated by the National Association for Music Education for the observance of Music in Our Schools Month. This is the time of year when music education becomes a focus in schools across the nation. Music in Our Schools Month began as a single statewide celebration in 1973 and has grown over the decades to encompass a day, then a week, and then in 1985 to become a month-long celebration of school music. The purpose of Music in Our Schools Month is to raise awareness of the importance of music education for all children, as our schools are the spot in our society that all children have access to music. Participants in music education classes are singing, playing musical instruments, and listening to music. Music education helps students develop their creativity, learn self-discipline, build teamwork, and foster their personal growth. Participating in studying music provides benefits for a lifetime. The theme for Music in Our Schools 2019 is All Music, All People. The purpose of Music in Our Schools Month is to raise awareness of the importance of music education for all children, and to remind citizens that school is where all children should have access to music. Music is the human language that bridges cultures, genders, and generations. Our students and staff are excited to share their music with you this evening. It is with great pleasure that I hand over tonight's program to Mrs. Adair Sexton, 6th grade band director.
Good evening. This is one of my favorite views, looking down at the high school band. Lots of memories over the years. Good evening and welcome to our Music in Our Schools concert. It's wonderful every year to see such a wonderful crowd, a big crowd here. It's a testament to the support that all of our students have received over the years. Without that support, we would not have the program that we have. So thank you so much for the support, and also thank you for being here this evening. Before you is the 6th grade band. They have been playing since September, which is about 6 months ago. And like all three bands in the middle school, they meet every other day. And with the snow, cold, weather-related days that we have had off, it's been a little bit of a challenge to get our pieces to where we wanted them for this evening, but they worked very hard and they're ready. So tonight's concert will begin with a piece called Liturgical Fanfare. It is composed by Robert W. Smith. Please enjoy. final selection for the 6th grade band is a piece called Mystic Journey, composed by Robert Sheldon. This piece opens with a dark and ominous theme that leads to a rhythmic and jungle-like dance. Please enjoy Mystic Journey.
Composed in 1996. The Emerald Isle is an original two-movement work in the Irish folk song style. This piece begins with a lovely melody that features the woodwinds with horn chords in the background, and the final section is a jaunty Irish jig in 6/8 time.
second selection of this evening for the 7th and 8th grade band is a piece called Legend of Devil's Lake, composed by Michael Sweeney. It was commissioned by the Wisconsin Youth Band Directors Association for the 2011 Honors Band. Devil's Lake, which is south of Baraboo, Wisconsin, was formed during the last ice age. It is located in an area of scenic hills and forests, and it is known for the majestic limestone cliffs that surround the lake. From ancient times, many legends of the lake have been passed down from generation to generation. This piece depicts one of the more colorful tales, a Native American legend of an epic battle between the serpents of the lake and the giant thunderbirds who inhabited the surrounding cliffs. Please enjoy as we take you through the legend of Devil's Lake.
This is the combined concert band and wind ensemble seated before you from Rhinelander High School. And before I introduce our first selection of the evening, I'd like to acknowledge the students that are very busy up here all night, and that is our stage crew. So if you guys could stand up so we could give you a thank you. We certainly could not move this along as fast as it is without their help, so thank you very much. Our first selection this evening is Night on Fire by John Mackey. John Mackey was born October 1st, 1973. He's an American composer of contemporary classical music with an emphasis on music for wind band as well as orchestra. Night on Fire is the second movement from a four-movement suite entitled The Soul Has Many Motions. To our music people out in the audience, this piece has 81 time signature changes.
Thank you. That was our percussion section. The ones that send me a sympathy card at Christmas. As they should. Our second selection this evening is Grand Serenade for an Awful Lot of Winds and Percussion by P.D.Q. Bach. P.D.Q. Bach was born on April 1st, 1742, and died on May 5th, 1807. He is the son of Johann Sebastian Bach and Anna Magdalena Bach, the 21st of Johann's 20 children. He is also referred to as the youngest and oddest of Johann Sebastian's 20 odd children. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the name Bach was synonymous with fine music making. Johann Sebastian, certainly the biggest twig on the family tree, was both preceded and followed by many accomplished and well-known musicians, some of whom were in the service of royalty. Bach's family did not care for P.D.Q. As far as they were concerned, he was a pimple on the face of music. P.D.Q. Bach once said that his illustrious father gave him no training in music whatsoever, and it is one of the few things he said that we can believe without reservation. Some of his famous compositions are 1712 Overture, The Abduction of Figaro, The Art of the Ground Round, Birthday Ode to Big Daddy Bach, and of course, Breakfast and Tiffany's. The Grand Serenade for an Awful Lot of Winds and Percussion was commissioned by Prince Fred of Weihenheim for some outdoor occasion. Soon after it was played, a member of the prince's household used the pages of the score to wrap 6 large sausages, which were sent to Paris to be presented as a gift to Benjamin Franklin. We will be performing 3 of the 4 movements of Grand Serenade. Movement 1, Grand Entrance. Movement 2, simply Grand Minuet. And movement 4, Rondo Mucho Grando. says you can't have a little fun playing music? At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Seidel up, who is, doesn't like to acknowledge it, but the president of our band parent organization, Mrs. Seidel.
So much for drinking in the band room, huh? Guys. And standing on chairs. You get to let them get away with murder. And this is what the fun and the family is of the band. And parents, you can always be a part of this if you'd like. I am a member of the band parent organization, and we meet we wish we could meet every Tuesday. The first Tuesday of every month in the band room, 6 o'clock, if you want to come and help us do all sorts of great things that we help support Connie and all of these wonderful kids. So the band group the BPO is a group of parent volunteers, and we help raise money for the RHS band. We meet the first Tuesday of each month in the high school band room. We chaperone parades and events. We care for the uniforms. We sell popcorn at the football games. You name it, we can do it. There are many different choices for volunteering. One of our primary focuses is to help the students raise money for trips. The high school band has traveled to many places, including Washington, D.C., New York, San Antonio, and our last trip was to Disney World. Please consider volunteering your time to help this very talented group of students. Whether your son or daughter is going to be in the high school band program next year, or maybe they currently are in it, please consider volunteering in at least one capacity. A program of this size and quality truly takes a village. Several high school band members will be coming into the audience to pass band hats tonight. All the money collected tonight will go directly towards scholarships for all 6th through 12th grade students who choose to participate in summer band camp. There they all are. 2 down each side, yep. Summer band camp provides students with unique opportunities for social, emotional, and intellectual growth. A band camp can provide specific growth in many areas of performance. Thousands of children return to school after attending a summer band camp with improved skills, confidence, and an increased awareness of the learning and leadership that they can both offer to and derive from our band program here in Rhinelander. We thank you in advance for your contribution to these students and for keeping music in our schools. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the concert.
Before we do our final number, we'd just like to take a few minutes to acknowledge those students who participated in Solo and Ensemble Festival this past February 23rd. This is open to all 7th through 12th grade, and this is above and beyond what we do day in and day out in our rehearsals. It's an extra project that they take on all on their own. So all of you that have participated, if you are standing, raise your hand. If you're sitting, stand up. And if you're standing back there, raise your hand if you participated in Solo and Ensemble Festival. This is why we can do the literature that we do, and why we can get through a concert season when we have 7 days off of school, is because we have such dedicated students. And they are dedicated because they have the support of our families out here. So thank you to all of you who get them here before school, after school, making payments on instruments, buying reeds, everything, buying fundraisers that we're coming home with all the time. Thank you so much. We could not do this without you. So give kids, acknowledge your wonderful families. They're normally so much louder. We will conclude our evening concert with Sounds of Sousa.